What is up, Spin Fam? Look at what I got. The other day I mentioned I got something cool. Oh, wait, let me start by saying this is Derek from Everything Spinners. Dun, dun, dun. I need some cool music. I got an idea for an intro video. And it's going to happen. It's going to be cool. And it's going to make spinner YouTube channels blow up. Just kidding. But I'll like it. One of you guys might like it. So, today, what are we talking about? First of all, hand looks pretty good, right? Injury from working on my car. My car is going to cost me $600 to fix. That's like 4 of these. You hear what I'm saying? Okay, so today, let's take a look at the other hand. Looks pretty good. Cortisone shots work. So, let's talk about the Trinamathing. This is from Modusworks, the one that everybody says, Modusworks #1. My first Modusworks, so for me it is my Modusworks #1. Let's see here. Got this Modusworks. It looks like they're out of Jasper, Alabama. I'm from Greenbow, Alabama. What movie is that from? Modusworks. I think he says Greenbow. Jonas Nix. He was just on the Weekly Spin, which, if you don't know, is a weekly podcast, vlogcast, I guess we would call it nowadays. That goes on Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, wherever Aaron puts it. But anyway, and they have guests on, and a couple weeks ago it was Jonas Nix. Oops. Let's see. Maybe let's see. Oh, that's so sad. We'll leave it there for a couple minutes. So, today for my array, I thought I would display my non-copper spinners. Because, copper is my #1 love. As everybody knows, I'm sure. Everybody gives a crap. However, if I only bought copper, I wouldn't have any of these awesome spinners. So I think people like Chris Pena, I love his enthusiasm for copper. But to buy only copper is very limiting. Now, he has other stuff than copper, but I think he's only buying copper nowadays. I think that's just, his Canadian blood, it gets a little kooky up there sometimes. It's cold, and it makes you do crazy things. But, obviously I'd rather have all these in copper, but I don't. And then, so now I can have them, see? No copper, see? So, this, Jonas Nix, he makes them on a lathe, which, in another life, I used to work in an auto parts store, like a Napa type store, and it was called Tri-Town Auto. I'm just saying that so it's in my brain, because it was so long ago. But one thing I used to do is cut brake rotors and drums on a lathe. The exact same thing is what the bar version of these are made. He doesn't make the tri on the lathe. Now, he's only ever made the bars until this very spinner right here. A couple months ago, he made a collaboration with what's his name, Nick McEntee, who makes Full Throttle originals. Apparently, they're chummy, and agreed to have Nick make the tri version of the Modusworks Trinamathing to make a Trinamathing. And I hope I'm getting all this right. I'm not 100% sure on all this. If I'm not right, give me a comment, let me know. I realize the email that I have linked up to YouTube is not really on my phone. And for some reason I can't get it to work. I'm going to try again. So emailing doesn't work, but hit me up on Facebook if you really want to get a hold of me. If you've tried to email me, I'm sorry. What can I tell you? So, back to Jonas and Nick and the Trinamathing. So they made these. I don't know how many they made. I know they said for the sign-up sale that there was 18 going out to the wild. I have numero diez. This is a great spinner. Look at this thing. Now, let's look under the hood real quick, because I've never seen under the hood of one of these until I had one of my own. Then we'll talk buttons. Under the hood, it has some holes to throw the weight out for better gyro effect. It's a press fit. It's a good press fit. Like, it feels good. No chance of a wobble. Personally, I'd rather have the 12 holes. Not sure what the Trinamathing looks like. As far as I know, this is the first video of any Modusworks piece on YouTube. Now, I probably am wrong about that, but it's the first one I've seen. And that's all that matters to me, of course. Let's see. Let's see what this thing weighs without the buttons, shall we? Once again, you're going to have to trust me. Yeah, it weighs 84.9, so we're going to call that 85 grams. Holy cow. That means these buttons are heavy as crap. 34 grams these buttons weigh. For a combined weight of, wait for it, 119 grams. Right in my sweet spot. Personally, about 120 is what I like. The only negative I could find on this body is like right here. This is pretty sharp point. I bet I could, well, maybe not draw blood, but pretty freaking close if I really whoosh. That's a sharp little spot right there. I go, alright, it scraped my nail a little bit. That's a hobby Timmy trick I've learned. Or saw, I didn't learn it. But as long as your buttons are big enough, it's never an issue, because you're never going to touch right there. Now, should you put, let's grab these because they're here. Smaller diameter buttons on, they work. But then you're exposed to that. No bueno. So, at first, I did not like these buttons. They're 25 mil. As usual, they are not, what most people don't like, they're not dedicated. They're just both the same with the grub screw put in there. Now, here's a positive that I like about this design. Is that when you use shims a lot, like I do, you don't need a male and female. You just put your shim right there, right? And your other shim right there. Boom, it's the exact same. See how that works? Shim. But that's it for using these on something else. But there's a positive for the non-dedicated buttons that people hate. I kind of don't like them either, but we've both learned to deal with them. So these are some like chunky monkey buttons, right? What I don't like about them, they look fairly well stepped, right? But that is the tiniest step right there. I mean, we're talking like, I don't know, 1/2 millimeter, 1/10 of a millimeter. If these were double stepped, double what they are, this would be so much grippier. Look at that. There's barely, see? There's barely any concavity. It doesn't go down much. Right? Now, at first I hated these, man. These bugged me. And I polished them. I gotta redo it. I didn't do a great polish for, not even for looks, for grip. And it kind of helped. And these buttons are growing on me. But, like I say, at first, I was like, I paid how much for what? For these buttons? The buttons take a little work, you know. You gotta actually pinch more. These are the other buttons I'm going with on here. And I'll show you these. These are from the Beast. From Josh Young at spinetic-spinners.com. On one of my videos, I put spinetic.com, and that's not correct. And I knew that. I'm just a moron. Too much medicine, maybe, right? Should we get to the medicine portion? Today's artisanal mood-altering device is some Skywalker. Once again, grown locally. Not trimmed as good, but look at those colors, right? This is once again about 26%. So my research indicates, and it's pretty potent stuff. Let's see what it smells like, shall we? It's kind of in between the Larry and the Blue Jam, but it's It's good. Anyway, once again, legal where I live. If it's not legal where you live, get a U-Haul and move to the West Coast. Duh. Okay. So we're 10 minutes in. These are still a little loose. Now, let's talk about how killer this spinner is. We've talked about a little bit, a couple things, a little sharpness here, right? Buttons they're not my favorite buttons, okay? Supposedly I can sell them for like $40, which, holy crap. Now, look, you get these in like Damascus, these buttons alone are $200 for these crazy medals that people buy, these clown medals. $200. Hey, I mean, I don't even know what to say about that, except for it's retarded. Oh, wait, no, it's not retarded. It's ridiculous. Please. So this spinner, it is so well machined, right? This is from 303 stainless, and I don't know crap about different types of stainless steel other than there are different types, different alloys, and a lot of spinner makers use the 303, and it is a good one. I only have two other, that one, and now this one for my 3 stainless steel. Too small, too big, just right. Just kidding. Actually, this one weighs a little more. How crazy is that? This one in tungsten weighs more than this one. I love that. That's my version of polished tungsten. It's pretty good. So, let's put on the buttons on here I do prefer. I haven't dropped this yet, but these buttons, I guarantee, are droppable. So, like I said, these are from the Beast with the shims that Josh gives with the Beast because they're made to be press fit or retainer style, which is so genius because, once again, Josh is an innovator. Oh, man, didn't clean my nails. Oh, boy. You know, I can't do everything every video, okay? There's a lot of stuff to do here. Now, look at that. Now, that's some copper class, right? Look at that. And I can do it without the shims because it is a press fit, so, but I like them a little taller. Look at that, right? Woo! Look at the way the light bounces off the profile of the spin there. I just love. Let's see if we can't get it right. It's hard to, but these little facets here are what make this like it's kind of a basic design, right? But these little facets make it what it is, I think. Got a slight rounding here on the outside of the arm. Let's see how tall these arms are. From the button to the top, you're looking at, what, 13 millimeters per arm? Let's do all my stubbies up in the case. We're going to have to find a new comparison spinner for the stubby or for videos. How about the biting? Ooh, look at that with the attic buttons from Unquiet Hands. Fairly close to the stubby size, but there you go. See, when you're new to spinning, that would make you crazy to drop a spinner like that. Now you just go, patina. Didn't do anything. But look at that. Basically the same. This is your basic spinner size. As far as spin diameter, I guess I would call it about what? It's probably like a 48, I guess we call that. Approximately. So it's a real standard size. Very thick. It's the thickest spinner I own. Forget about it. Let's see. My thickest spinner is my Fat Boy, which is in the case, of course. And this one, the Ergo Alpha from Ultra Spinners, which I would kill you if you have a copper one. I'll just come and kill you and take it. I'm dying for one. Anyway, they're 1/2 inch thick, right? And you can, there's a little bevel there if you can. Anyway, so to me that's the very thick spinner. Your average spinner is what we're talking, less than 1/2 inch, like 3/8, I guess we would call that. This sucker, let's see, looks like it's 1/2 inch, but it's bigger because it's bigger than this. Just barely, see? Those are even on the bottom. So it's just slightly bigger than a 1/2 inch. That's why we like metric better, because you can be more precise. And you can do like 3 millimeters instead of 3/16 of an inch. Like, give me a break. Obviously, metric is better. So, wow. What a weird rant to go on right there. Could I recommend this for $150? Boy, that's the real question, I guess. That is a very expensive stainless steel spinner. Now, I get there's 2 makers involved, right? So 2 different people got to make a little money on it. I understand. I get how capitalism works. I am one who on Facebook bitches about overpriced spinners, okay? And I don't own too many. I do own a couple. But I don't pay that overpriced. Like my Fat Boy, that's a $180 spinner. Let me go grab that. Yeah, I never left the studio before. That's pretty exciting. So the Fat Boy, this is a $180 spinner, right? I paid $60 for this. All right. Now, would I like this spinner at 180? Hell no, but at 60, I love this thing. So, once again, slightly bigger. Not much though, like a millimeter, 2 maybe. Point is, this is probably, I don't know, I hate to say this, probably not worth the $150. Now, the reason it might be is because the exclusivity, it's so rare. When you only have 100 or 18 in the wild, boy, that makes it worth more, right? And it's worth whatever we pay. Like I'm trying to get an eclectic collection. I have at least one of the makers I want, and this was one. Recently got this one. This was one I wanted. These, of course, the hand spun design. So I'm getting there. Finally got a couple Woosahs. Point is, I had to get one to get any other metal. Like, this was the one I could get. Somebody got this in the sus, and they said, "Hey, Derek, you want to buy it?" I had the money. If this happened this week, I wouldn't have it because my car is costing me $600. So I wouldn't have it, but it happened to work out. If I didn't have the $600, I would go sell this. I happen to have it. I have a nice family. Blah blah blah. So. Yeah, if you got a chance to buy one of these, buy it. You're not going to have a chance, though, because nobody's going to sell it once they get their hands on it. It's an amazing. I've had it in my hands since 4 days now, and it's 99% of the time it's been in my hand, and I love it. It's a great spinner. It's slightly sharp. You do the grip and rip, like this edge here. It's not that it's sharp, but it could have been worked on a little bit. But that's the way they are. Like, imagine that in a bar. Copper. That's what I really want. Or this in a tri-copper. Oh my god. But I like this. I'm going to keep this unless somebody makes me an offer I can't refuse for it. Excuse me. I don't know what more else I can say about it. I do, like I say, is it worth $150? No. Do I love it? And do I regret spending the $150? No. So it's a weird, complicated kind of deal, and only spinner people would probably understand. Like my mom watching this video is like, my son's a freak, but that's okay. Blame it on the medicine, Mom. Anyway, I love everybody. I love my mom. Love the Spin Fam. You guys, I'll just say this: if you get a chance, buy it. And if you don't, hey, just watch my video and dream about it. Ooh. Au quatans and wa. Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it. Tell me I'm a dork, man. Let me know what a moron you think I am. Give me a comment. And peace out. We're at 20 minutes. No notes. This was just off the cuff, if you couldn't tell, as Bobo would say. Anyway, thanks guys. Take care.